Alright, there you go. Dig into that. Let's have a taste. What do we got here? Dawn, just before the sun rises, so you get those beautiful bands of colours.
It's quite nice.
Before I get too many more bugs. Perfect timing because I'm starved.
Yes, same.
Alrighty. You can put those in there if you want. Looks like it might be a good spot. Alright, let's get into it. Feel good about that, got a nice camp set up, so that'll be a great thing. And now I reckon a fire. There's a bit of wind around, as you can probably tell, so keep the fire not too close to the camp. So the wind's coming from this way, so we're still very protected here. I think it'll be about the right spot. Alright, well there we are. We're all set up, ready to go. Got the artist camp. Got the young lad on board today for a bit of fun in the outback, bit of adventure, so should be good. We should have a good time together. Want to get some painting done, but as you can see it's blowing a gale at the moment, but it's supposed to clear up tomorrow, so it should be good. We'll see how it goes. For now, let's get that cuppa going. Alright, let's get this first cuppa going. Bit of a hike to get out here, so absolutely hanging for this first cup of tea. Nothing like having tea by the campfire. Alright, let's get some nice chippies. Just get a little bit more heat, I reckon. Move that one in there. Somewhere along those lines. Let's have a look. Just there, right. Should do it. Now, cook up a few chippies. Let's get that fire going nice. Build up a little bit of heat. Yeah, just get a little bit hotter. Let's have a look, see if these are done. Alrighty then. Stick that there.
You bent the hook pretty badly.
Hey?
You bent the little hook there.
It's just about to fall off, I reckon. You know what I might do? Actually, do you want to grab that?
Yeah, of course.
What I might do is bring the plate over if you can and just pop some on. Look at that.
Ooh.
Beautiful. Due to a whole bunch of poor planning, I forgot the sauce, but we got flavoured salty bits and whatever, so that should make up for it.
Yeah.
One more for luck. Alright, there you go. Dig into that. Let's have a taste. What do we got here? Not bad. Not too bad.
Not at all, no.
It always tastes better when you're hungry. Anyway, so it's been fairly overcast and windy today, but tomorrow we're all set up camp now, so tomorrow should be good for painting and all the other fun we want to have, so exploring, whatever, so it should be good. Alright, well, that's pretty much it. What we wanted is just that first, dawn, just before the sun rises, so you get those beautiful bands of colours rather than the pure full sunlight itself. So the sun's coming up just behind you guys, and literally we'll be striking that in a minute, but everything will change once that happens. And what I was actually after this time was that pre-dawn, just that beautiful colour just before the sun lights all these up, because they're all cool colours, the trees, so far at the moment. As soon as the sun hits it'll be warm colours, but what I'm trying to do is contrast in this particular painting the beautiful colours of the sunrise sky, the subtle colours on the western horizon as the sun rises in the east, contrasting those beautiful warm tones with these cool shadow colours. So that's about it. I don't want to go any further because, like I'm saying, the sun will actually strike it and it'll all be completely different in a couple of minutes' time. Anyway, nice way to warm up, nice little painting, and get back to camp and cook some breakfast. All right. Another perfect day. The wind's really dropped out now, which is fantastic, because yesterday was blowing a gale while we're setting up camp. The weather forecast was to calm down today and be a nice day, and thankfully it looks like that's what's happening, so fantastic stuff. Alright, let's get this painting back to camp, shall we? So, alright, let's get this fire going again. There we go. Okay, got some fire. little bit crisp this morning still. Okay. Go get a billy. Alright, hang a sec. Here we go. There. Hey, can hear a bit of movement. How's it going over there? Sleep all right? Got a good painting done. Just gonna have a cuppa now. It's a heaps better day today. Less wind and it was quite nice down by the river. Morning, how's it going in there?
Not too bad.
I've got the billy brewing, do you want a cuppa?
Yeah, right.
Cool. I had a great sleep last night.
Did you?
It was beautiful temperature and just that light wind. Plenty of fresh oxygen.
Oh.
I can just see you. Good gear.
Yeah, it is. It's quite nice.
Right, here we are. Now these trees, last time we were here, these trees were high and dry, and now they're all in the middle of the river. This is great. Beautiful. Looks great on the camera, there's no wind. Oh, let's go down and see where we're actually camped.
Yeah. This will be interesting.
Because we're pushing the boat in deeper into the water,
Yeah.
it makes it firmer. Here we are down the water's edge. Right on the water's edge. Absolutely beautiful sunny day. Comes complete with flies and everything. Alright, now, big white stretched canvas. Just put a little green line across there to get me started. Get the horizon levels all correct. And it's going to be a big, bold, simple subject, midday light. So what we've got is the Australiana high intensity light that you seem to get in Australia, where the sun's very high overhead and it creates fantastic light and shadow. And so I've got the light pretty much behind, as in, so I'm painting with the light but overhead. So there's not going to be a lot of shadows, but because it's midday, the shadows that there are going to be quite dark, and those little dark shadows will help set off the full intense sunlight. All right, let's get started. So I've mixed up a little bit of a burnt sienna, viridian green, and yellow ochre. What have I actually got here? I've got viridian green, magenta, ultramarine blue, burnt sienna, alizarin crimson, yellow ochre, titanium white, and cad orange. So for this green mix, I've got the yellow ochre, the burnt sienna, with a bit of viridian green. What is it today? Let's have a look. That's pretty much correct. Just trying to work out in my head what's going to go on here now. We've got some trees here, so we'll put them in now. This is the reflection I'm painting, get the base of the sand dune across the other side. This is the reflection. All right, now. At the start of the painting, you really should have a concept, so I've got a concept in my head what I'm going to do. Now I'll rip into it. Now that's green, as you know. And the opposite side of green is red. So to get a bit more liveliness in the painting, I'm going to have some red in the shadows. So it's the opposite on the colour wheel. Put the two together, and when it's on the board, on the canvas, they jump in your eyes and really create a lively effect. So there'll be a fair bit of reds and stuff over here. Where are we? We'll just put a bit of red in. And this is just the underpainting, the under shadows. So there will be There'll be a lot more other colours too, like magenta and ultramarine blue. I'll throw some of that in to get a bit more dark. Just work out what I want here. A bit more magentas and greens. So I like to put the darks in first. If you see me paint, you'll know that with the oil paintings, I like to put the darks in first. And then you can put the lights over the top, and that all seems to work pretty well. Alright, we'll go for some ultramarine blue and magenta to to make a really dark tone. Magenta and ultramarine blue, that's a fiercely dark tone. What I'm trying to create there is those intense shadows of the Australiana that I was telling you about earlier. I might just go for more ultramarine blue. When you put it straight on, it's thickly applied paint, okay? But because it's on a white surface, that ultramarine blue almost has a translucent. You can almost see the white coming through it. So put those shadows in, and I can feel the white. It's a beautiful thing. What a glorious day it is today. What are we going to do here? We're going to go, I can be there today. That's the bank, the beautiful sandbank on the other side. Right. There's a nice dead tree on the other side, directly on the side. Where's that going to be? We'll put that one about here, I reckon. So we're not in the centre. Doesn't matter if I go too thick, because I'm going to paint, like I said earlier, paint everything back up to it, back up and over the lights, get them over the top of it. Burnt sienna, just trying to get some warmer tones, getting all the shadow tones in now. Let's stick another tree or two in, just getting the shadow tones in, like I said. Something like that. The old gas struts, they're good for, comes in really handy, this tray. So this is where the big paintings go sliding in. If you haven't watched any of my videos, this big oil painting obviously will stay wet for quite a while. Well, then I slide it into these boxes, and they all sit apart from each other, so you can have a whole row of paintings over the outback bumps and whatever, and they don't touch each other. It's a perfect idea. So, good setup. All right, let's go. What are we doing? Sky. Burnt sienna. White. Burnt sienna and white. Bit of ultramarine blue. I'm painting the lower part of the horizon, so it's got more of the haze when you're down the bottom there. Let's just have a look what I've got. Yes, it's nice and hazed. I might just put a little twang of magenta in that. Something's telling me once I put it on, a bit more ultramarine and magenta. So it's a mixture of burnt sienna, ultramarine and magenta. Alright, let's have a look at that. Just a little bit of blue. We don't want to get carried away here. It's down low on the horizon, and I'm trying to purposely paint a slightly hazed out effect. So then, just missing all those shadows. Yeah, paint a slightly hazy effect, so then when you go up higher into the colours, as you go higher into the sky, you paint more of the intense blues, and that'll really give you a distance then. It'll really feel like there's a distant haze, in theory. So we'll just put that in, like so. Right, now, piece of paper towel. Now I'm going to put a bit of phthalo blue. So the ultramarine blue's got red in it, a bit of red blue. This has got a little bit of yellow in it, so it's more of a green blue. And it's a very intense, strong colour. I'm going to need that now on the low horizon here, because I've already got those hazy colours. Now if I get a bit of that phthalo, let's see what we've got. With a bit of yellow ochre. That is such an intense colour. colour. You hardly have to use any pigment. It's just full on. We've got the yellow ochre, the phthalo mixed in with some of those other burnt siennas and all that hazy tone that I stuck in there. Let's just have a look. What do we got? That is so intense. I might go with that, and then I'll mix the two together. At the moment, they're really popping as completely different, but when you mix them together, they should give a really interesting effect. Warm and cool and whatever else. Getting lots of broken colours, so you've got, instead of one bland colour, you've got a beautiful, interesting atmosphere. Try not to touch the dark shadows too much for now. Okay, so we'll go a bit of phthalo and ultramarine so they cancel each other out a little. The yellowy green in the phthalo and then the red in the ultramarine, once you put the two together, they'll actually, the red and the green are opposite on the colour, they'll cancel each other out a bit. You get more of a neutral blue. Let's have a look. Yeah. A bit more ultramarine. Going for more of a traditional type of sky blue at the moment. So they've got more ultramarine blue and white. Yeah, it looks good. Oh, what a joy. To be out in nature painting. Just put it all on and work it all out later. Now I can hear a bit of a generator going, you guys probably can too. Someone's got, farmer or something's got a generator, I don't know, about 500 metres to a kilometre or half a mile or whatever away. I can hear it chuffing along. So I'm out here in the middle of nowhere and next minute I can hear a generator. Whoa. Let's go a little bit more white and ultramarine blue. That was a little bit too dark. What do we got? Yeah, a bit more ultramarine blue. Mix that, mix it, mix it, mix it. Get that paint on. Goes. There it goes. Yep. A little bit more ultramarine, and as it gets higher, a slight bit more magenta, which is slightly redder. Magenta, magenta, ultramarine blue. So it's a real red blue. Get that on. Just get those edges nice and neat. A little bit of time concentrating on that, getting the edges neat up on the tippy toes. Look at that, that's lovely. Now I'll leave that for a minute. I'll just stand back and have a look. Let's get that water in because we want to do the next biggest difference. Obviously we've got a bit of a sky going on, a little bit of a bank, whatever, trees. This water is a major thing, so let's get that on next. Alright, so get more of this burnt sienna, yellow ochre trick, viridian green, get that beautiful watercolour going. Yellow ochre, what colour is it today? Yeah, every day is different. Plenty of yellow ochre, a little bit of sky blue thrown in. What do we have here? Oops, been a bit stingy. I'll mix up some more yellow ochre, burnt sienna, viridian green, yellow ochre, sky blue thrown in, yellow ochre, burnt sienna. What colour's the foreground? Yellow ochre, a little bit of white, burnt sienna. So much to do, let's just get that paint on. Get the colours on. Yellow ochre. It's quite a beautiful colour here, so it's lighter tone, it's got a bit more white in it here. Because it's the shallow water. You can see the beauty of the knife, the way you can apply the paint quite quickly. And we just get those edges all lovely. Go over here. Where are they? That's nice. Now, throw a bit of that sky colour in here. Whites, blues. Going for a general feel. Let's have a look. Blue. Mix, 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 mix. A bit more white. There's just so much to be done here. Such a big area. Just got to put in for a while and work, get some paint on there, get some coverage, something to work with. So you get that subtle blend. White with that. Just want to go for the next biggest difference. I just want to get some of these colours of the bank in. So, burnt sienna, yellow ochre, obviously tons of white. It's a very light, high key Australiana tone. A bit of cad orange thrown into for good luck. That is a very light, bright tone because there's so much white in it. Yellow ochre and cad orange. Beautiful light colour, sorry. Let's have a look. What do we have? Beautiful stuff. There's a tad more orange. Just on the top of that bank. And just put a little bit more of the cad orange and yellow ochre. Ever so slightly richer at the top here. Been less bleached out by the years of floods and whatever else. Just patchy patchwork, broken bits here and there. can actually stick very lightly touching. Yeah, it just needs a bit more burnt sienna. Now sky blue, a bit of magenta thrown in maybe. Just trying to match some of the colours on the other side. What have we got? I'm very lightly touching and letting the underpainting show through. Just getting colours on there. Going through that pretty quick. Yellow ochre and burnt sienna and Viridian green. There we go again. It's good to have a lot of variety in the foliage, so mixing up another brew is actually good because each tree has a slightly different colour and whatever. So by having to mix up another brew, it's good because that gives you the variety that you're after. Lightly touch, ever so lightly touch, letting the underpainting show through. Right, so with a clean knife, just grab that and pull through to really soften that reflection. Wipe it clean, pull straight down and soften, dance around. She's really calmed off on the other side, so it's a perfect time now to start painting those reflections. Wipe it clean every time. Just add this in, I'm going to need a bit of colour there, because that tree's going to go in there. Alright, now let's have a look. Get rid of that bug that landed there. We do not need that bug in that spot, or that one in that spot. Some good variety there. Right, just keep working around. Yellow ochre, white, a few cads, knife on edge. Getting a few branches and highlights in. Working randomly, broken colour, broken branches, there's light and shadow forming, so it's not one continual line. And here's the real dark shadows I was talking about, so you've got mostly all in sunlight and a few dark shadows. That really starts to make the sunlight shine. Take that bug off at the same time. Right. Alright, well, that'll do. I'm getting quite a few bugs and whatever landing on the painting now, and I'd like to get it away before I get too many more. And I feel like I'm getting to a higher level of finish, so pulling a few bugs off as we speak. So, pretty happy with what I've got. The concept of the painting was, like I said, capturing the full Australian sunlight with a few darks but mainly light tones and that beautiful blue sky, and it's all about the reflections. So I'm pretty happy with what I've done. I feel like I've achieved my goal. Before I get too many more bugs, let's have a close up, see what you guys think. Alrighty. good. It's pretty good weather now, isn't it?
Nice.
The sun's just setting. Just give that a few more minutes and then it'll be ready. Perfect timing because I'm starved.
Yeah, same.
I'm starved about 2 hours ago, so. Can you hear those frogs?
Yeah.
That must be Lake Bonnie.
Yeah.
Cannot wait. Right. Got that one? Sounds delicious. I haven't got the best scraper for getting it out, but
It's fine.
that is the bomb.
Fabulous.
The bomb. There you go.
Thank you.
Right. Just go get my plate. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. How's the taste? Delicious. Scorching hot, but what do you reckon?
It's very nice. Very warm though.
When this cools a tiny bit, if it's got a chance to cool. Just what we needed. It's got that real kind of baked flavour, hasn't it?
It does.
Something about the cast iron camp ovens, they just give a beautiful flavour, and maybe the smoke of the fire, I don't know, but something about it, it just gives it a special flavour that you can't seem to get at home. All right, well, there you go. I feel like I've captured it. Just a pre-dawn looking straight into the light. Now with this particular one, I anticipated the sun rising, and so I put the white in first, anticipated it, and now as it's just happening, I can fine tune and get it how I want it. All right, really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed the trip, and I hope you did too. Hope you enjoyed having the young lad on board with us, and it was great fun. Got plenty of cooking done and painting and whatever else. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later. What a beautiful, beautiful morning. Another fantastic day.